Well, do you know how to make peanut butter and jelly? That's not how we do things at Joe Gibbs Racing. This is PB&J. It's the youngsters' favorite lunch, peanut butter and jelly, and the youngsters here at JGR, we call it our own, PB&J. So joined by Ryan Preece, Christopher Bell, and Brandon Jones. You like how we put you in order of the PBJ?
Yeah, how about that?
It worked out convenient for us. That's called synergy. Well, my name is Wendy Venturini, and I will be your host for this awesome podcast at Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm so excited about the 2018 season. Thanks for them for having me, and welcome to PB&J, officially kicking off our podcast here at the Joe Gibbs Racing Studio. This is awesome, guys.
Yeah, how about it?
I know.
That's, every time I hear that peanut butter jelly song, I think about that kid that used to dance to it. So it's like I can't help but
Can you
smile
show
and
me?
laugh. No,
yeah,
I'm
we're
all
30
set.
seconds
No,
into
yeah.
our first podcast. I want you to dance.
No, I'm not going to dance.
I think you should rip it.
Nope, not at all.
Give it time, folks. You stay tuned. I'm going to get them to dance. So this podcast, we're going to talk about some racing. We're going to talk about some things that are fun outside of racing. We may play a few games, put them on the spot, test their knowledge.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Get to know the JGR drivers. All three of you in the field, great finishes. So let's talk about the first race of 2018. Well, all three of you were on the track at once. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. What do you think?
I did not think it was very
Well,
cool.
I know. Yeah,
You thought it was cool for a while anyways.
Yeah, I guess. Overall, it wasn't bad. We came home ninth, so just a little work to do, and definitely looking forward to getting to Texas.
And Christopher, I know not the finish that you wanted, but you definitely had the speed there coming home 21st from Fontana. So just wrap up your experience from the Auto Club Speedway. What did you think of it?
Well, Auto Club was a ton of fun, and it was a racetrack that I had a feeling I was going to like going into it, and it was a ton of fun. The place is really fast. It's pretty worn out, so you get to move around and kind of race all over that place. So restarts are really intense, really hairy, but it was a ton of fun. I just made a mistake there in the middle part of the race that cost us a top 5 finish. But yeah, I'm excited to go back.
That's cool. Well, we all learn. We learn from mistakes. That's what makes us stronger, makes us better. Brandon, talking about your visit to Auto Club Speedway, you came home 13th from Fontana. Sum it up for you. How did you feel leaving the West Coast?
Well, don't let him fool you because he was sweating bullets on that airplane going down to Fontana. He was like, man, I don't know. After running that simulator, it's going to be tough. And I was like, dude, you're going to be good, So he ended up being pretty cool. So that was good. That's always been the most difficult track for me on the whole entire schedule. And so 13th on our, worst track, I think is actually pretty good. I think it kind of shows how much we've been building on our program over on the 19 car. And it actually ended up being okay. We had a struggle day a little bit. We were kind of in the back some here and there, but ended up rallying back up to close to a top 10.
Tell me about what you guys do to prepare for an event. You were mentioning the simulators and videos. Tell us, the fans at home, how much work goes into that?
Yeah, I would say it's a Monday through Saturday job really.
Homework. It's like being in school.
That's right. I thought I was done with high school already. Turned 21. I'm finally done. No, there's a lot of work that goes into it. It depends how much you really want to put into it, and depends how much you want to invest. So for me, Mondays I normally try to watch previous films and stuff and kind of go through and kind of make myself a list of stuff to kind of check through and kind of watch as I'm watching it. Tuesdays is I think pretty much all of our simulator days. We kind of get to go and share some track time on the simulator at TRD, so that's awesome to be able to do. And I think that's kind of amped up my program anyways for being able to go and test the track before you go.
Do you write any fun notes, or are they all really serious?
I'll throw in one or two here and there.
Give me an example.
There's comment sections to where you can make comments and stuff, and me and my crew chief are on the same page, and I'll throw in a little bit just to see if he's watching or see if he's keeping up with me.
Mental note here.
That's right.
Oh, all right. So, Christopher, tell me about your prep work, your homework that you go into a race weekend. Is it what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, and I think Brandon pretty much hit it on the head. The biggest tools that we have are the biggest tools we have are the simulator and then watching the previous races. Auto Club was one of the few tracks that I haven't been to. Both of these guys have, so I made sure that I watched as many races as I could. Like Brandon said, take notes of which lanes work better on restarts. There's a bunch of different grooves, and not only grooves, but well-defined grooves at Auto Club because the seams are so slick. You have to either straddle them, be in between them, So just take notes of, what part of the racetrack are good on restarts, what part of the racetrack is good on long runs and stuff like that.
Now, Ryan, I know you're busy all over the country with all of your racing you have going on. How often are you able to work on the same programs as they are here?
Usually when I'm here for the races, I come down for the whole week. So I'm doing pretty much the same stuff they are. And like Belle said, simulator time, watching the races. I like to get involved with knowing what's in the car and what adjustments we can make on pit stops. So that's kind of something I like to look over. And, that's pretty much it.
So you spend a week here. So you don't have a place to live here, though.
No, but I do have a hometown buddy.
Do you bunk with somebody? You bunk with a buddy.
I have a friend that lives in Mooresville that I'll just stay with him. We've known each other since, I was probably 16, 17, and he's from my hometown, so I'll just stay with him.
All right, and so when you're here for the week, you become fully engaged. It gives you an opportunity to kind of spend some time with your crew guys at the shop, too.
Yeah, actually, I was just over there. We had lunch at 11:30 is usually when they have lunch, so I hung out with them, and they are pretty entertaining. They definitely know how to make you laugh, so yeah, it's a good time. It's definitely fun.
Have you learned anything new this week since you've been here this week?
Yeah, plenty.
About your crew guys?
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. There's always something new to learn there. But, yeah, always learning. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That's usually our sim day. So I'm looking forward to getting on Texas and hearing what Belle's remarks are after that. to see how fast he's going to end up being.
Your notes get shared, right? Everybody sees the notes. Are you typing them or are you old school writing them?
Like as far as
on your notes from the simulator. He's talking about the simulator. Do you guys you get together and like chat about what you discovered?
Yeah. I don't think we normally don't take notes. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't normally take notes or anything. But we normally
they take notes.
The engineers take
the
engineers.
The engineers take the notes, and then they say, "Oh, well, Preece sucked at this, so do this."
That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
Kids, if you're tuning in, you still have to take notes in school, even though somebody may do it for you when you're an adult.
Actually,
you need a hard copy. You need a hard copy.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So the engineers actually, I think, have a tally board on the whiteboard in the sim room, and I think it's for how many times we all wreck. So there was quite a few up there for all of us.
I can believe that. Who's got the most wrecks on the tally board?
Christopher Bell, probably.
I've got the most time in there, so I'd probably say me.
Maybe it just means you're pushing the envelope. That's what you say back to them. I'm pushing the envelope.
That's right.
Anytime I make a mistake, I always try and, lighten the mood up and say, hey, well, if I didn't spin out, I wouldn't have known how hard I could have gone.
That's what I say.
So.
Yep. How about that? Usually when I hit the wall, I say, oh, there's a right side.
I haven't raced much, but I've done those charity events in those bandoleros. And I always say, once I just kind of want to brush just to know where my limit is. I'm with you. I understand what you're saying a little bit. You got to test the waters.
That's right.
See how far you can push it.
Cheaper to wreck in the simulator than in real life, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, unlimited resets.
So let's talk about after Tuesday and going over notes, watching videos. You're midweek now. Simulator, is that kind of the last thing you guys do before you hop on a plane for the week and head to the next race? Or what's your schedule like for the remainder? What happens on a Wednesday then? Do you get the day off?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, what happens? You tell me.
Well, I think all of us, we have different events that we have to go to. And for example, this week I have to go to Pennsylvania for a Dover media advance. So we have various stuff that we have to do throughout the week.
Media obligations.
That's right.
Such as this podcast.
That's right.
I know, but you're excited to be here. This is going to happen every Monday. I'm stoked.
Are you hosting every Monday?
You got me.
Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
We're
what
here.
do you do, Preece, Wednesdays?
Work.
Yeah, you are full time.
But I will take a break for an hour probably. Yeah. So I'll be sitting here. If I'm not here in this room, I'll actually be a TV screen with my face.
It's pretty impressive.
And some pants and a shirt behind it.
Well, I'm glad you'll wear pants. We've all made this clear. Ryan Preece will have pants on in our videos.
Have pants on.
Thank you for that clarification. I would have been wondering.
Yep. Don't worry. 2 weeks. Get ready. You're going to walk in
so
here
in 2
and be
weeks.
shocked. 2 weeks.
All right. In 2 weeks, we'll have you on video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about where we headed next. Next race, Texas. Who loves Texas?
I've always loved Texas. Do you like old Texas or repaved Texas?
I haven't been on repaved Texas, so we'll find out.
We're about to find out. I don't know. I like the repave, man. I think it's pretty slick. It's pretty fast. I know some guys like to slide around and do all that stuff a mile and a half, but when you're going 195 and 200, it's tough to slide like that. So
Sliding at 200. Explain what that feels like in the race car.
it's either catch it for 1 second or you're in the wall.
Or you've met your limit.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no in between.
Probably not 1 second, right?
Yeah, and less than that. Yeah. It'd be a boop, and then you're done.
So tomorrow you guys will run the sim for Texas. What are you expecting?
Well, it's so hard in the simulator. For the simple fact is that there's really no way to simulate tire fall off kind of in one of those things.
Right, yeah.
So it's like either new tires every lap, or you can turn it on where it's old tires, but it's like 25 lap or 30 lap tires. So that's kind of the bad part of it. The good part is you can get in there and just get so consistent and hit the same line and same mark, and you're not worrying about the tires falling off. So there's good and bad.
How can you relate that to fans at home in their street car? When you talk about how your car feels differently with tire fall off, explain it to a street car version to the race fan at home, what that feels like.
I've done a lot of analogies on side drafting and stuff when you're in your street car. I've always said that's just like a semi truck blowing by you in your van or something, whatever you're doing, and you can kind of feel the way the car moves around and stuff. I don't know how to simulate the tire fall off on the road. I don't know.
What do you think? You got any
guys
good
have an answer
analogy
that
for
one?
the race fans?
Preece is the pavement racer over here, so
I mean, if you think about it, just do some burnouts for a while until your tires are completely bald and
then
drive in
go.
the rain.
Yeah.
There you
I don't know.
go.
I
Drive
think
in
that's
the
the best
rain.
way
Yeah.
to think about
Yeah,
it.
driving in the rain.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. You're a dirt racer. Why don't you explain it?
I don't know how.
I love how they all pass the buck here.
That's
Passing
right.
the buck. Talking
That's
about
right.
Texas.
Tough
Passing the-
questions.
Get off the hot seat.
Tough questions.
Tough questions. We're just getting started. This is the easy part. You just wait till I challenge you on you see these Sharpies? They're not for autographs, boys.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'll just give you a hint now. Stay tuned. It's coming up in a few minutes. All right, so Christopher Bell, Truck Series win at Texas. You feel pretty good about returning there then?
I do. Texas is a home race for me. Being from right up the road in Oklahoma, it's my NASCAR home track. Like Brandon was talking about a little bit ago, Old Texas was my P1. That was my all-time favorite NASCAR track. So I was sad to see them repave it, but it's really fast right now. And I got to race there in the fall in the Xfinity car, so I do have a couple laps around there. So I think we should be okay.
Did you get a cowboy hat for the Truck Series win? You do, right?
I do.
Okay, where is this hat? I would like to know.
It's in my trophy case in my house.
Is it literally in a case or is it just like sitting on
Well,
it?
it's sitting on it.
Do you ever put it on?
I haven't in a while.
I've seen him wear it. Yep.
Be careful,
He's
man.
more
You know,
in-
if you don't turn it upside down and not just right, it'll warp the edges on it. So you got to make sure you got that thing professionally.
Need to wear it.
He
I
would
feel
professionally
like
cased, man.
Brandon's probably the only one that owns a legit cowboy hat, correct? Is
I
this
do.
correct?
I have actually a really nice cowboy hat for dressing up and going out and stuff. So
A dress-up cowboy hat.
Yeah.
What classifies a dress-up cowboy hat?
Are you bringing it with you this weekend?
No,
Yeah,
no.
only if you bring
I'm-
yours.
Cowboy hats are for the ranch. You don't bring them to the track, in my opinion. So that's just.
So it's fancy.
It is. It's fancy, or it's a work hat. Either way, but mine's really nice. It's all professionally laid out and everything. So it's actually a gift from my grandfather. I've had
Aw,
cowboy
that's
hats in the
nice.
past, and he's like, "Son, you need a real cowboy hat." And I was like, "All right, man, birthday gift." So I got a cowboy hat next day in the mail.
Brandon's wearing boots. Can you see that on the on our podcast video? Yeah. So he's
right.
the only one in boots out of all of us, I would say. I do wear boots, though. I like boots.
Okay.
So when you go to Texas, do you get to do anything pretty cool? I love Texas. I don't know about you guys, how familiar you know Texas, but I love Dallas-Fort Worth. I just love Fort Worth. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I love
Because I
Texas.
feel like I can rock my boots
That's
and
right.
fit right in.
That's right. Texas is a blast. Texas is full of great people. I grew up somewhat near Arkansas at a time in my life, and so I've got tons of family members there, and they're going to actually come down. I've got like 12 to 15 people of my family coming down, so that's going to be interesting to say the
More
least.
so than you normally do.
More
at
so
this-
than I normally do.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah, I only have about 5 people that come and watch me on this one, but it'll be a group this time. So, and I've got a whole bunch of stores, boot stores and stuff I love to go to there, Western stores. So it's a good time.
Maybe you should take the boys.
Yeah, I need to, teach them up a little bit about some
It's
culture
shaking
life
his
over there.
head.
Maybe
Ryan,
we'll get
have
them
you
a pair
ever-
of boots.
Have you ever worn boots, Ryan?
I don't
Like
even
cowboy
think I
boots?
buy shoes. Like
You don't buy
these
shoes. What do you?
right
What do you
here,
walk around barefoot?
I'm just I guess so. I don't know. I just refuse to ever buy shoes. So you aren't gonna catch me buying boots.
No boots.
No boots.
What about you, Belle? Will you rock some boots?
My girlfriend would love if Brandon would take me to the boot store, but
Whoa.
unfortunately,
There we
that's
go.
not going to happen.
Dang it. I can spare some. I've only got probably 8 to 10
How long
pair.
have you been dating? Do we put a timestamp on this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right,
Yeah,
you've
you
already
do.
thought about it way too long.
I guess it'd be, I think it's
Okay.
either 4 years or 3 years coming up. So.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
I got
maybe
you- got
you
you
know
beat.
what? I'm not going to hold it against you because people ask me my anniversary date and I can't give it. It's in the off season, and it's been over 10 years, so I kind of forget. So I feel you. But anyways, what I was going to say at that, with your girlfriend, I think that's wise.
Yes.
You guys-
Yes.
She wants you in
I'll hook
boots.
you up,
You
man.
should probably be in boots.
Bring the checkbook because you'll need it.
Oh boy.
I'll pass.
All right. What about you, Christopher? What do you like about the Texas area when we head there this weekend?
In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out Burger. Whataburger.
What do you get? What do you get at In-N-Out? What's your style?
Number one, no tomato, no onion.
No tomato, no onion. All right.
You get the animal style fries and all that too, or you don't go that far?
No, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's like
So the best news of the week is that they opened up an In-N-Out right across the street from the racetrack.
I
So
had heard about that.
that's great news for me.
So you'll be there, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Going there. Ryan, have you ever had In-N-Out?
No.
You haven't.
Oh my
I
god!
don't think so. No, man.
I just could tell by the look on his
Yeah.
face. He was looking at us like, what the heck?
What is this animal style you speak of?
You don't need to worry about that.
No,
Just get a number
yeah.
one, no tomato, no onion.
You know
I like
what?
tomato and I like
It's-
onion.
You know what? It's terrible. Just leave it for everyone else.
Yeah, I will. That's right.
That's right.
I'll stay away.
Hey, there's a great little taco place down in the infield too.
Oh,
You can't
yeah.
beat Fuzzy's Tacos now.
Fuzzy's Tacos.
Can't beat Fuzzy
Tacos.
Tacos.
But there's a taco shop inside the racetrack.
Oh my
and it is
gosh.
delicious.
Really?
It really is. Yeah, it's like street
right.
home style. It's,
I might
it's good
check it
stuff.
out.
Where's,
I like
where's Donald at? Donald, can you confirm? Yes or no? Closed.
What?
What?
Fuzzy's Taco Shop is closed.
Oh,
Breaking news right
gosh.
here on PB&J. Fuzzy's Taco Shop is
I
closed.
don't want to go now to Texas.
Shoot. Well, that just ruined it for me. No, I'm
right.
just kidding. So Ryan, you're not that familiar with Texas then?
Nope, not really.
Have you been?
I've been there, yeah.
You've been to the track.
Actually, I've been there 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. Nothing really jumps out at me, I guess.
Well, it will once you give it some time.
Actually, you know
Some
what?
time.
The Heart 8. Anybody ever been there?
Yes,
I've heard about
barbecue.
it.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I've been there. That
Yes.
was pretty good.
It is like, I don't know,
Yeah.
the most popular barbecue joint.
Okay, I don't know. I remember Tommy Baldwin brought me there, and that's the place we had to
yes.
go to.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Tommy knows food, right?
yes. Yep, that's right.
So let's talk about, a lot of you guys does anyone have a good memory of Texas so far? I know, Ryan, you probably have the least amount of time there. Do you have any
just
memory
depends.
so far of Texas that you love,
I don't
that
have
you want
like
to
a-
forget about?
No, I've actually been okay at Texas
Yeah?
every time. So
So I'm kind of curious about your geography. Are you familiar with Texas?
I am. I don't know about
It-
these
it
two.
depends.
Yeah. All right. Well, this may be a good time. We're going to start using our Sharpies, boys.
oh gosh,
Are we drawing Texas?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
okay.
yet. But first, I'm going to bring a guest on to our PB&J podcast. Is that okay if you guys can share the space a little bit? So I want to welcome this week's guest. This is Matt Donaldson. Matt is a JGR engineer, and he is a native of Texas. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you guys for having me.
So Matt, okay, this this is great. So
Gotta, resident Texan, gotta wear the hat.
yes,
right.
got to wear
It's a
the
little bit
hat.
small. Mine's back home, but the game is small. It's all good.
So it works.
It works.
Kind of rocking the hat.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome to PB&J. You are actually our first guest here in our studio for our PB&J podcast. So you'll have that to add to your resume. You're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
That
Tell
makes
us
you
a little
special.
bit about where you're from.
So I'm from Keller, Texas. It's actually pretty close to the Speedway, about 15 minutes away, right next to Grapevine. It's the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I grew up there my whole life. So, yeah, I went from, moved there when I was 3, and then moved when I went to college. So,
All right. But now you're here. You're at Joe Gibbs Racing. You're
Yep.
an engineer.
couldn't be happier.
How did that happen? How'd your racing career bring you here, all the way to Huntersville, North Carolina?
Yep, I went to school at Virginia Tech, and they actually pull a lot of engineers from Virginia Tech, kind of the surrounding area, and figured I'm pretty competitive, always grew up competitive, but playing tennis wasn't going to pay the bills, so I had to find something else to satisfy that, competitive need. So racing kind of turned and worked out. So
Did you ever race yourself, or
I
just
did not, unfortunately.
went the engineering route?
Yeah, I went the engineering route.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of Victory Lane karting, one of the pit crew guys owns Victory Lane, but other than that.
All right. Yeah, steal the mic, Ryan.
Does everybody wear a cowboy hat down there?
Definitely not.
No?
Definitely
okay,
not.
so it's just for the show.
And not everyone, carries a gun. But
True.
But he may or may not be packing heat right now. We're
Never
not
know.
sure.
Confirmed or
Never
not.
know.
But
All right, so we're talking about Texas. Ryan's never had In-N-Out. I can't believe that Texas is known for In-N-Out now. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of
that's kind of like
insulted that he
that's a
brought
West
In-N-Out
Coast.
first.
Yeah, that's like when
What,
you
are
say
you a Whataburger guy?
Texas,
I'm 100% Whataburger guy.
Yeah,
I
so
love Whataburger too. but-
When I bring up Texas
cake.
food and somebody says In-N-Out, that it kind of shocked me as well, because this should be like barbecue
Yep.
and then Whataburger, because
Whataburger. Quick
that's
bite.
pretty. Yeah, that's pretty popular there.
Chicken
But
Express too.
Oh my god.
That'll work.
What's your favorite food in Texas? Tell these boys. Give them some tips and pointers.
Let's see. Definitely the go-to chicken spot is Babe's Chicken.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Babe's
I've heard that one,
chicken.
yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yep.
You guys kind of hit it with Fuzzy Tacos. There's a bunch of
Fuzzy's.
locations.
What is it like? Street tacos or?
Yeah, street tacos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're pretty good.
I just recently found a new love for street tacos, so that breaks my heart that it's closed.
Well, there's a bunch of them in Texas. I
Okay.
wasn't the only
All
one,
right.
so
Yeah.
Might have
So
to-
Jinx that.
can we confirm, does Texas Speedway now have a different taco shop in the infield? Can we get that answer before we go off the air? Because now I'm curious. This is important stuff. Let's Google that before we go off the air, right? All right, what are some of your favorite things to do in Texas? Give us some pointers. We're going to Dallas-Fort Worth. What should these boys, if they get, they're not going to have a whole lot of downtime, but what's
yeah.
something they should do?
Well, I don't think they have time for hunting.
No?
That's kind of off the list.
That would be Brandon. Brandon,
I
you're
was
the
getting ready
hunter,
to say, I don't know
right?
if I could pull the other two out with me in the woods, man. That'd be
Yeah.
tough. But there's some big bucks in Texas, man.
some
There's
big
some
bucks,
really,
yeah.
really
How did you go? What's the most recent hunting trip you've been on, by the way?
Well, it's kind of out of season now a little bit. So North Carolina is where I was last hunting, just actually probably 5-10 minutes away from where I live in Mooresville. But turkey's just getting ready to come up, so we've been putting corn out and getting our cameras and everything out, seeing what we've got. So I know for sure I've got a couple gobblers back there right now, but I still got to wait a little bit. But I've been practicing with my bow and everything, so we're ready to go.
So you guys don't know about this about me. I live out in the country, and I have 7 deer in my backyard that live, and a
Are
buck.
you serious?
Yeah, and I will not let my husband shoot anything in my yard.
Start growing them. Start growing them up. Plant
No,
some
we do.
alfalfa grass back there. Throw
We
some
do.
corn
We
out.
feed them.
Corn
Have a
out.
Good,
salt
yeah.
lick. We have
Oh, yeah.
corn. Watch them on the camera.
Good.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's really fun. Managing's fun.
They're more like my friends.
Fish are friends, not food.
My wife says the same thing. Exact same thing.
So I feed them, get them nice and fat, and then send them out into the country, and somebody else.
There you go. You're doing the
they-
dirty work.
Yeah, I know, but it's fun. It's fun. All right. So what other? Are you? You're not a hunter. What do you like to do, Christopher?
There's not much to me besides race cars,
thanks.
race cars, and
This
more
is
race
great.
cars.
Podcast is over.
Wake up, eat, breathe, racing.
Surely you do something else. I mean, you've had a girlfriend for 4 years. You've had to entertain her with something.
Yeah,
The racetrack.
I met my girlfriend whenever I moved to Ohio and raced sprint cars. Her dad is a sprint car crew chief. Her uncle's a sprint car driver. Met at the races, and we're at the races every weekend. So we do have a little bit of a vacation planned, which is odd. I've never been on vacation, but we're
A vacation planned like during race season?
No, in December.
Okay, yeah.
And the vacation includes some racing, of course, but yeah.
So your vacation includes racing. It's not vacation then. Is it vacation for? Are you racing? Are you racing?
So me, my girlfriend, and her family are taking a trip over to Australia, and
Okay.
Oh.
we're going over there for Christmas time, and we're gonna celebrate Christmas on the beach.
Nice.
And there just might happen to be some sprint car races that we're gonna
Oh my
go
God.
to
Nice.
while we're over there.
My dad raced that, and they had that NASCAR race in Australia at the Thunderdome.
I'm getting cue that Torchy's Tacos is the
Torchy's Tacos is the new taco
Torchy's
shop.
Tacos is pretty.
This
pretty
is
dang
the
good, too.
kind of information you have tuned in for at PB&J, and you're only going to find it here or on Google. Either
So
one.
have you ever been to El Paso before?
I have never been to El Paso.
Okay,
That's
all right.
about like 14 hours away from where I live. So
Right,
it's
right.
quite
You have to
quite
drive.
a flight.
You have to drive really far
Yeah.
across
It's
to get
on
to
the-
But the
Texas.
speed limits are like 80, right?
Yeah, that's kind
So,
of nice.
okay, yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty
You do
sweet.
80 here and you get reckless driving. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't do that in North Carolina. They don't like that.
Yeah.
No.
Or roll stop signs. So I've heard. I mean,
Speaking from experience a little
yeah.
bit.
I got away with it. It was fine. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, who stops at a stop sign? I thought it was optional.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Early. People are
suggestion.
sleeping. Except I rolled in front of a cop, so that's.
Oh, he
was
wasn't
all right.
sleeping.
No, he wasn't. But he was nice. He let me go. It was
Good,
all right.
good.
Ryan, what do you like to do for fun before we get to our Texas little game here? Tell me what you do for fun. Do you have much time, much free time?
Me and Belle are on the same itinerary. I met my wife at the racetrack, so same thing. Every weekend, different racetrack. So not really too much.
Just different forms of racing.
Pretty much, yeah. Asphalt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same mold, different.
Different style.
Yeah, different style.
Yep.
All right, so who's ready for our game? We're going to do something fun, and we're going to tally up winners every week on PB&J, and we're going to see at the end of the season who wins overall. Can we do a trophy? I don't know. I feel like I should give a trophy at the end of the season. Can we do that, Dwayne? Yeah, sure. Dwayne's like, I don't know. This is live. Well, I feel like we should give away a championship at the end of PB&J's season if we're going to do a game every
boy.
week, right? All right, so there's a few things I want to tell you about Texas. It's the second biggest populated state. You knew that.
we don't count Alaska.
Yeah.
We just say it's the biggest.
You just say it's the biggest. For it's 28 million people. Who knows the state capital? Of
He needs
Wait,
to- he needs
no,
to-
Matt, you can't answer this.
There you go.
Okay,
Am I? Oh, are you looking at me?
I am looking
Austin.
at you. Yes, nice.
Oh my god.
That wasn't a point, but kudos.
Oh, okay.
The largest city. Does anyone know
Houston.
the largest? Look
What?
at you.
Whoa.
What? Houston.
We need
what?
like a buzzer, you know?
Did he know the game before we started?
I think he got a list of questions or something before we, this is not fair.
I think Belle's ready for
So-
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
What is okay? All right. So the interesting thing, you guys are probably well aware that the majority of the sponsors here at Joe Gibbs Racing are headquartered in Texas. So, all right, Plano, Texas, Toyota's headquarters. Last year, they built that state-of-the-art facility. Has anyone been there to Plano, Texas yet? You've been there?
Have you really?
Christopher?
I haven't been to Plano before.
Yeah, it's cool. We got to go check it out.
It's
Got
cool.
to check out the Toyota headquarters.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
GameStop headquarters. Anyone know this?
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Yeah, where's my button
This
at?
guy.
Ding. All right, what is it?
It's right by the airport.
It is Grapevine. I'll give you that. All right, interstate.
Interstate batteries.
Interstate is
Got a question.
in dun, 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 Dallas, Texas.
Don't look at me.
All right, Sports Clips, Georgetown, which is technically like around Austin, Texas, and then FedEx is headquartered in Plano.
You guys need to stop hogging all these companies.
They're all moving there.
We
It's a
need
great place to
to
go.
I guess JGR's going to Texas, man. We need to shop out there.
All right, so grab a Sharpie. I'll tell you what you're going to do. There are Post-it, these big white pads behind you.
gonna help
And
me?
Christopher Bell, you get this one. Let me
help
take
you
the
now.
PB&J sign down. There, you get that one. Go ahead and grab it.
Like grab the whole thing.
Yeah, grab the whole thing. I think you should. We'll put the sign down. All right, so your job, we're going to test your geography skills, and each of you will draw the state of Texas, and then you have to locate three
I got a cheating buddy with me.
No, he's
Three-
not.
Yeah, Brandon's out of luck. Sorry.
Yes,
three
seriously.
cities. Okay, so you're going to draw the state of Texas. You have 60 seconds to draw the state. Hold on, don't start yet. Don't cheat.
Oh Lord.
60
not
seconds.
not a good start.
You didn't even listen to my instructions. I
pass-through.
am dealing with all men on this podcast. Please help me, ladies.
don't
all right.
listen.
You have to mark 3 different cities. You have Dallas, Houston, and Austin to mark on your state of Texas. Draw the state of Texas. Locate Dallas, Houston, and Austin. You have 60 seconds. And judging your work will be Matt Donaldson, not me, because I may not be able to do it myself. All right, here we go. Bragging rights. We're going to keep this weekly tally. I have a stopwatch. Are you boys ready?
Preece is over here writing already.
It's okay.
I
It's
heard the
just-
line going.
All right. Are we ready? We're ready? Yes. Yes. 3, 2, 1. All right, 60 seconds. So, Matt, I get to chat with you while they're concentrating
Yep.
on drawing the state of Texas. Did you have to, I doubt you had to do this in school, right?
We had Texas history about every single year. That's how they really drive it home.
They drive it home in the state of
So-
Texas. You're going to know. You're going to eat, breathe, sleep Texas.
Absolutely.
So what is your greatest, do you have a good memory? I know I can't really see you because Christopher Bell has
Yep.
this huge pad of paper between us. But do you have a favorite memory about going to the Speedway?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's your favorite memory of racing at Texas?
I guess right before the repave, or probably what caused the repave, was...
You have 40, you're 40 seconds in, you have 20 seconds to go. What is that, Brandon? I'm sorry, go ahead. Your favorite
But anyway,
memory?
I wasn't ever good in school, okay?
when Carl Edwards won in
Carl's win?
2 years ago, my whole family was there, got to see it, and my little sister was there for her first race.
That is cool.
So
Good
she-
story. You have
She's a
7
lifelong fan
seconds.
now.
That is a
5,
joke right there.
4. Why do I feel like this is going to be pretty scary?
Wow.
3, 2, 1. Don't turn it around yet. Time's up. All right. So, let's go. Right. Hey, I still hear Sharpies over there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's start. Ryan, flip the card around. Let's see. Can our cameras see this okay? Hopefully they can see it. All right.
You ran me out of time. I needed a few more seconds, so I couldn't really define which one, but I got this, you know? It's
What
in there.
is the...
Scribbles.
Is that an arrow
Yeah,
pointing
something.
down?
Yeah.
Okay, so where is Dallas, Houston, and Texas? Which one are those on your map?
Well, that's, Austin. That's Dallas, and that's Houston.
Say that
Okay.
again, Austin?
Yeah,
all right,
something.
so
Austin,
all right,
Austin.
there's Ryan's. All right,
They're
let's
just in
turn
there somewhere.
Christopher Bell. Let me see your
I'm sure it's
state
dead
of
on, you know.
Texas. All right, and for extra credit, he gave us Oklahoma. All right, so pretty legit.
Actually, that's probably not going to win me votes with the judge over
Probably
here.
not.
All right, last one, Brandon Jones. Let's see your state of Texas.
Da, 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 da.
It's awesome. It also looks like Ryan's
Yeah.
Scribbles.
arrow, and you
Man.
did actually label them: Dallas, Houston,
But I don't
and,
think they're anywhere close.
and Austin. All right,
About 8 hours off.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple
here's
thousand
the
miles.
here's the cool part. I don't get to judge this. This is Matt's job. Matt, this
Oh,
is up.
my
This
gosh.
is up on you. You have the task. You have to choose who did
Yep.
the best job drawing the state of Texas, if it's not that obvious, and then who labeled the cities correctly between Ryan Preece, Christopher Bell, and Brandon Jones. Matt, what is your answer?
They made it pretty easy on me.
B.
but
Jones.
definitely going to be Christopher Bell.
Dun, 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 dun. Congratulations.
Even though he drew Oklahoma. But yeah,
See, being from right next to Texas has its perks.
yeah, for sure.
Christopher Bell. All right, let's put this down. Let's get our sign back up because we want everyone to know.
Ooh, can we put the sign over mine, you think? That way it covers up.
No, I think they should all see it.
That's the
So-
embarrassment of not knowing.
layout.
That is actually, okay, so our actual map.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, let's
this
bring
in the
that
middle?
out. Yeah. So there is our actual map. Sorry, I'm getting away from the mic here. Okay, so how close was he to Dallas? A little bit off, but Austin, Houston. But I say the drawing was close to being spot on.
I think
mean,
Dallas is
you
off
kind
on
of-
this one.
It's definitely right.
Yes, definitely
right.
maybe a little bit high, but
It's
but
not that
pretty
close to the East Coast, though, right?
Yeah, no, it's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations, Christopher. Well, hey, Matt, thanks for joining us. I'm going to put our sign back up.
Absolutely.
I
Thank you guys for having
appreciate.
me.
Thanks for stopping by and judging our state of Texas. Enjoy that hat there. We
5 sizes too small hat.
yeah, that was fun. All right, so now you boys are going to go home and you're never going to forget what the state of Texas looks like, right?
Exactly now. They just got embarrassed.
And next time they come to this podcast, they're going to be prepared, right? But we're going to throw them for loops. You should tweet us what you think we should test them with, fans. That would be fun. Tweet us. Hey, let's give our Twitter handles while we're at it so the fans can reach out. Does PB&J have its own Twitter handle yet?
It will starting tomorrow.
Well, I think it does
right.
now because I've just created it. There you go, Boris.
Yeah.
I gave you more work. All right, so what Twitter handle? Are you active on Twitter, Brandon?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Brandon Jones RAC on Twitter.
Okay.
So,
Do you actually answer the fans or?
It depends. It depends what I get. It depends what I get.
Oh, you're only the pleasant ones?
No,
Oh.
just the knowledgeable stuff I answer.
Oh, knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I kind of like the smart aleck ones too. I answer them just for fun, just to entertain
I don't
myself.
know. I struggle sometimes with that.
Oh, all right. So, Ryan, tell us about you. Are you active on Twitter? Are you on social media? Yes, no, sometimes?
Yeah, I am.
Busy?
Kinda,
Sort of.
Let my wife do it sometimes, but
Pseudo account?
but I'm more with Instagram. I like
okay.
Instagram.
I like it. You're an
Yeah.
Instagram. So
Pictures.
can fans find you on Instagram?
Yeah, well, Twitter and Instagram. It's Ryan Preece _ That's it.
Ryan Preece _
Yep.
Okay. Do you put pictures of just racing? I'm going to have to follow you on Instagram now. What are your photos? Give us a little idea what you put on Instagram.
I'm gonna let you guess.
Racing, because that's what you've pretty much said. That's all you do.
Pretty much. That's about it.
Racing photos.
There's an occasional photo of my wife's horse with her in it. You might be able to find it.
With
it's
her,
deep in there.
With her on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. But
How
that's
long have
it.
you been married?
Almost a year.
Oh, you're a newlywed.
Yeah.
Baby.
It's all right. We've been together for quite a while, I think. No, we have.
Gosh, Preece gonna have to have Secret Service follow him around now after this.
Yeah, 7 years, 7 or 8.
Do you
7 or
keep
8,
your
something
phone
like that.
in your at any time when you're racing? Do you ever take pictures when it's downtime, not when you're driving the vehicle of any
Yeah.
sort? But do you ever send an Instagram photo from the inside the cockpit?
No, because I don't think we're allowed to have
Yeah.
our phone inside the race car. That would
frowned
be
upon.
that would be a fine.
I didn't mean NASCAR.
No, inside like my modified.
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
okay, that's what I meant. I'm
If
sorry.
somebody
I
followed
should have
me on
made clear.
Snapchat.
I know the rules of
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I would never carry my cell phone in the car.
Yeah.
But in a modified, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there's videos up there under
Yeah.
caution or under red flag. I'm sorry, of looking at what race monitor
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool.
That's awesome.
I post pictures.
All right. I'm going to have to find you on Instagram now. That's it. All right, Christopher, what about you? What are you active on? How do you talk to the fans?
Mainly Twitter.
On Twitter. You're a Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Seabell Racing.
All right. Do you answer the fans?
Occasionally.
Do you tweet stuff away from the racetrack?
Yes. Whenever I'm away from the racetrack, about the racetrack.
I'm headed to the racetrack. I have left the racetrack.
Yeah.
I am at the racetrack. Are those your tweets? I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. I am. All right, I'm going to have to check in on everyone's social media. And if we don't get a Twitter handle, I don't want to put too much pressure on Boris. If we don't get a Twitter handle, we definitely have to hashtag. There is a
There you go.
hashtag,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
There's hashtags already. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, we have a
There's
hashtag.
hashtags for everything.
We have a hashtag. We're hashtag friendly. All right. And you can tweet me at Wendy Venturini. So send in what should we test the drivers out sometimes on any of these weeks. But first race we have coming up, Texas. Looking forward to it. What are you most looking forward to headed to Texas next week? Brandon, let's start off with you.
Get some tacos in the infield and go and
Not fuzzies.
and not fuzzies, unfortunately. But I hear this one's good, so we're gonna get on the tacos when we go, and we're gonna I don't know, go 200 miles an hour at Texas. I'm looking forward to it.
That'll be fun.
Yes, absolutely.
I love the fire in
And the
Victory
family,
Lane.
and the family. You can't ever beat family. at
Oh,
the
family
racetrack,
time. Yes,
you know,
you'll get family
so,
time.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Ryan, let's start off with you. Texas, what are you most looking forward to?
Rebounding from California,
Yeah.
I guess. I just want to have a really good run up front, contend with Bell and Brandon, and you know, have something to look forward to running or going towards Bristol. So
Yeah.
just pretty much the racing part, not the food part.
Bristol's been circled on Ryan's calendar since like January.
Absolutely.
Are you
Short
looking
tracks,
forward to
man.
that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Christopher, what about you? What are you most looking forward to in Texas this weekend?
I already said In and Out once, so I won't say that again.
Yeah.
Um,
Our local gave you this dirty eye.
Yeah.
Whataburger. So where's he at? Is he
Good
already
answer.
gone?
No, he went back to work. He's an
Okay.
engineer. He doesn't get to play on social media like us.
So I'm going to have to back up what he said, just rebounding.
Yeah.
You know, I've had fast race cars every week, but did a little steppage last time, so got to rebound from that.
I got a question for you. What do they call running the bottom in dirt? Isn't it catfish?
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be me at Bristol. All right?
All right, you
Oh,
can
bottom
do
feeder.
that. You can do that. Just leave the top for me then.
I will.
Catfish. Well, that'll be an interesting topic. Mental note. We'll ask about that when we go to Bristol.
There you go.
All right, so did you guys have fun? I think we're wrapping up PB&J on our first official podcast here at the Joe Gibbs Racing Fancy Studios. I'm loving this. This is awesome. Do you guys love this, fans? Send us your comments, questions, only if they're good comments. Don't send me the bad ones. Send those to Boris if they're bad. I'm just kidding. Did you guys have fun?
We did. Don't do any more geography questions.
I didn't
because
actually come up with that.
Obviously, that's not my strong suit here. So
I said to them in the pre-production, I'm like, I don't think I could actually draw it appropriately. I could not draw it as clear as you, Christopher.
That
So
was pretty
you
impressive.
kicked some major tail there on that competition.
Had the home track advantage there.
Yeah, that
right.
was home track advantage. Did you have fun, Christopher?
It was a good time.
Good time.
I scored my point too, right?
Yes.
How many points did I get there?
I'm not
That's
sure.
one tally mark.
Well,
Yeah.
it's one tally mark on the sim. We'll get the whiteboard the engineers have.
Get our own
It's
whiteboard.
very official.
that's right.
All right, Ryan, are you going to join us next week? Are you here with us?
I'll be here.
You'll be
Yep.
here next week.
Wouldn't miss it.
It's in 2 weeks that I get
2
to
weeks.
look at you on video.
Different person.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks so much. You guys, I appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and I know we had fun, and I know we put you to the test and had a few laughs, but we appreciate it. The fans are looking forward to the 2018 season. They're looking forward to you guys racing at Texas for Joe Gibbs Racing in the Xfinity Series. And race fans, here's the fantastic news. You are going to be able to tune in to PB&J every week. We'll be joining you right here on this couch. How fun is that? So we'd love to hear from you. Tweet us, send us questions, send us your comments, and you might just see it play out right here on PB&J. We'll be back with you next week.